Hey everyone, welcome back to Algorina. So it's the third problem that we have solved the ICPC. Okay, so today we are solving an ICPC World Finance problem called heading cats. So it's a fun but a tricky one about cats, plants, and arranging them smartly. Let's go step by step. So we'll first read the problem, then understand it, then build an approach, and thinking that how to approach this problem from the scratch, and then try run the code at last. Okay, so let's start before wasting any time. Let's get started. So yeah, chalo. First, just read the question as many times as you can, as many times as you want. Then we'll explain. I'll explain the problem, and then we'll just thinking the approach. Okay, so problem is cat's cafe in Baku. That's right. Okay, the constraints are good to. With the example, the first one is 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so in the question, they ask that we are opening a cat cafe in Baku and we want to take a promotional photo of all the cats sitting in the window, right? And we have catnip plants, all of the direction, different varieties, sorry. So there are pots, okay. Hmm, so the pots is और उन पे नंबरिंग हो रखी है 1 से लेके M तक and we'll place one plant in each pot. Okay. And each cat will then walk along the row from pot 1 to M, and the moment it reaches a pot with a plant it likes, it will stop there even if other cats are already present. Okay, okay. So means each cat will then walk along the row of from pot 1 to M, and the moment it reaches a pot with a plant it likes, it will stop there even if other cats are already present. For every cat, we are given a position P where we want that cat to stop and a list of the plants it likes. Okay, or so the basic question is that can we arrange the plants to so that every cat stop exactly at its desired pot? If yes, then we print yes, otherwise print no. So that's a complete question. So basically imagine we have a line of pots. Okay, line of pots. Each pot will hold one plant, and every cat starts walking from the beginning of the row. As soon as it sees a plant it likes, it stops at the pot. But here's a catch that we already know where each cat should stop. So the input specifies that which pot a cat must stop at, and which plants it likes. So the challenge is that can we place the plant in such a way that every single cat ends up exactly at its target pot? That's all we need to figure out. Okay, 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 okay. Question is a bit tricky but interesting. So let's get think the approach that how we can approach this problem. Okay, so we have the total number counts fix the cat spot. यहाँ तो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट आएगा. So there's a thing that comes into mind that each cat must stop at its exact pot. That means at least one of the plants it likes must be placed at the pot, right? And that plant must also be the best choice for that pot. इतना तो फिक्स है. So to organize this, we keep a few arrays. ठीक है, क्योंकि करना पड़ेगा, दो तीन चीज़ें हैं. First one is the position of cat. Like we'll take first vector, the position of cat, and second vector that cat count. This one, this vector is for the target pot of each cat. ठीक है. Then the second vector is cat count, and it is p. Let me write this all. Let me clear this and let me write this. Yeah. So we'll basically want few vectors to organize this all. That first one is the pause position of cat. Okay. Why? Because this is the target pot of each cat. Then second one is cat count. Okay, it's p. What is this? And this is for how many cats want to stop at pot p. Then third one we have to do is the plant of what? Plant, the best plant for the cat. That it's also the p, and this is uh, for each plant the rightmost pot it can be, so it can support. Okay. Then we have to create another pot that the plant best count we have to create at that too, at that how many cats are covered by this plant at that pot. And we want to create one last, that is plant count, and this will tell that how many plants are tied to each pot as their best option. Okay, so basically my plan is that for each plant decide the maximum pot where it can be useful. Then we'll just traverse from right to left and making sure that the number of plants assigned does not exceed the available slots. If it does, that means arrangement is impossible. And finally, for each cat, confirm that there exists a like plant which is the best plant for its spot and cover all the cats at that position. If all check pass, we can say yes, otherwise we can say no, right? So what we finalize the approach, what's the finalized approach that firstly we'll assign each plant to the rightmost spot where it can work. Okay, then secondly, from right to left, check that no position demands more plants than available slots. And the third step is then verify each cat is satisfied by at least one plant in its liked list. If everything matches, then yes, otherwise no. Okay, get it. So it might be a good approach for this problem. Let's first try to do code and then फिर देखते हैं कितना वर्क करती है कितना नहीं करती है या फिर क्या होता है. Then फिर कोड करने के बाद फिर इसको ड्राई रन भी करेंगे. So yeah, let's just code. That's ICPC. It's a problem. It's a new problem. That's f.cpp. Oh, okay. Don't worry if you are still stuck in the approach. I'll just first code and then we'll try run an example with my code and then we'll again try run the approach. Okay, so don't worry. Let's just keep. First we'll just as always the rituals. First will take input, then ritual minus minus this input and then we'll create some separate vectors that integer. First one is what? The position, that is m plus 1 size. And second one is what? Cat count. Let's say the cat count of the m plus 1 size. Then what? Then we'll just create the third one. Third one was plant best, plant best, and the size is also m plus 1, m plus 1. Then the photo, the plant best count, and the size is the same, m plus 1. Okay, and the last one is plant count. Okay, and the size is still m plus 1. So these are the vectors I created, and to check the likes, I'll just store a 2D vector that names likes and the size is n plus 1. Right? There are some extra vectors we have to use, that a random vector to keep it updated or to easy in the debugging. I'll just create some random vectors. Random vector with a size of n plus 1. Then used vector, same n plus 1. Then visited vector, the size of n plus 1. Right. Or then just create a loop to check the first everything. Yeah, so let's just create a cat. Cat is equal to 1. Cat is less than equal and it's plus cat. Right. So this I'll just assign two things. First one is p and k. Right, and just take input p and k, and then we'll just assign a default position of cat is p. Okay, and then just get the cat count of p 1 plus plus, and also touch likes of cat dot, let's resize size of cat. Okay, it's done. Then we'll just again use the next loop. That plot. Now we'll just check the plant that likes plant. Okay, and that not like, it likes of plant, likes of, sorry, likes of cat, not plant. And first we'll just take input, and I'll just check the condition, simple condition, that if p is greater than a plant best count, or not a plant best, only the plant best of pl. In that case, I'll just what plant best of pl is assigned as p, right? And then class plant best count of pl is equal 1, right? As if there's another condition, if what if p is equal to the plant best of pl. In that case, I'll just increase the count, of this plant best of pl plus plus, right? So after this for loop, I'll just check some fail conditions. So let's say I'll assign this fail, and just run another loop, int pl is equal 1 and pl is less than equal m. Okay. Then check the plant count of the best plants of PL plus plus. Right. After this loop again, I'll just the position well is let's see is position well is M. Then we'll just maintain the total two. The total one is 0, and let's just position well is greater than equal 1, and the position minus minus, right? In that case, I'll just increase the I'll just add in total plant count of the position, right? The next thing I have to do is check a condition with the total one. If the total is greater than m, not the m is minus position plus 1, position plus 1, then I'll just check the failed one into false. Not the false is default one. I'll just update it to the true condition. Okay. After this for loop, we have one last thing to check. That it cat, let's assign 1, and then cat is yes have okay. And let's take the okay. Let's assign it to the false. Yes. And then just maintain the another loop likes of cat. Then we'll check a simple condition that if the plant best of PL, if the plant best of PL is equal what? Uh, I think I just create a little mistake. I'll just reassign the position if there is any that feed. Now position of cat, I'll just assign it here. Let's just change it to position, and let's do this one here. I don't think so there's anything else way. Okay, it's the different one. Yeah, so let's check the position. Okay, the position of cat and plant based count of this equal cat count of position of cat, right? हमने यहाँ पे सारी conditions almost check कर लिया जितनी भी possible conditions हो सकती है, and then if it is then I'll just assign it to the true. Yes, अरे it feels like I just use the delete query in the production. Okay, and what if it is, then the file I'll just check. If it is not okay, then fail is equal true, right? After this I'll just see out what if it is fail, then we have to print no, and with this the next line thing, otherwise we'll just print yes with this one, right? जो जो स्टोरीज बनाई थी और जो चीज़ें डिस्कस की थी जो क्वेश्चन में था बस वही कोड किया है, एंड लेट्स सी क्या आउटपुट आता है. चेक, कम ऑन. It's yes and no, it's true. तो सी एज सच कुछ मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा टिपिकल, थोड़ा ट्रिकी है, लाइक सोचने उसमें थोड़ा ट्रिकी है. इवन मैं कोड कर रहा था तो भी मेरे को थोड़ा ट्रिकी लग रहा था. जो चीज़ हमने डिस्कस की थी उसमें थोड़ी बहुत चीज़ें डिफरेंट थी, लेकिन वो जस्ट ऐसे कि दैट हाउ यू कैन हैंडल दैट थिंग. ओके, इतना अलग नहीं था कि जो लॉजिक था उससे बिल्कुल डिफरेंट कोड करना हो. Okay, let's just try run a simple way and a quick. Okay, it's a quick try run. Okay, so let's try run this. Let's see that let's assign this ठीक है. Let's take this example. Okay, this one 352215 and 23141 and 4234. Okay, so let's say the cat one is wants to plot pot 2 and the likes one is 15. Okay, and the cats 2 wants to pot 2 and the likes is 145. Okay, and the cat 3 wants to pot 4 but the likes is 3 and 4. Now let's assign best plants. Plant 1 best at pot 2 and plant 5 best at plot 2 and the plant 4 best at plot 4 and the plant 3 at best of plot 4, right? So now we'll just as we all said that we'll just check from the right to left. So just check at pot 5 no plants. Okay, at pot 4 the 2 plants are assigned, is still fine. At pot 2 the 2 plants are is assigned, so it's still fine. So now validate the cats. Cat 1 at pot 2 satisfied with plant 1 or 5. Cat 2 at pot 2, so this is also satisfied, and cat 3 at pot 4 as satisfied by plant 4. So all cats are happy, so the answer is yes, right? And same as it goes for this test case, that the answer is a no. It's not that much typical, like, okay, it's, yeah, that's it for today. आज कोड फोर्सेस का कॉन्टेस्ट भी है एक, सो देखते हैं अगर दे पाते तो, वरना फिर सोल्यूशंस तो फिर मैं बता ही दूंगा बाद में, जब भी टाइम मिलेगा तब सोल्यूशंस वीडियो बना के डाल दूंगा. सो या, थैंक यू.